But anyway,
I think an issue that has been running in the last 24 hours is the identity of Osofo Kusibi.
What's it?
Osofo Kusibi.
Is that a nickname you've given him?
Yeah, just decided to coin that.
Who is Kusibi?
That's Reverend Kusibuating
of
the National.
Kusibi sounds very weird.
Secretary to the Board of Trustees.
Yeah.
Take out the B
and the defense being put up by the National Cathedral Secretariat box.
Okay.
You know, you keep. It looks like maybe if Okujeto had told them that, look, this is what they would have found some good responses. But you cannot say that the gentleman, the Osofo had a house name, and so the other identity is a house name. Where in our laws are you supposed to have duplicity in your identity? And these are key questions that we need to ask people who are in public office.
Is he a diplomat? I'm just asking.
The gentleman.
Yeah.
The doctor.
Yeah, because it's only diplomats who can have, two passports. So
no, you can have two passports bearing
the
same name,
but
you cannot have two passports with different names.
I'm asking, Keke.
Yeah, because
even diplomats cannot change their names.
Yeah.
Or does he have dual citizenship?
I get all the commentary there. Well, even if you have dual citizenship,
you still have to have the same name.
Yeah.
You know,
unless you go by the court processes and go and do a change of name, then even that one you need to publicly.
So what you mean
to gazette it.
So what you mean is it's criminal that he has two names.
No, I'm not saying it's criminal. It's just it's just a bit weird. It's just a bit weird.
So it's like me, like my house name is Fatima.
Okay, so we'll call you Fati what?
So in one passport it's Shirley Tibila, and then in the second one is Fatima Yamusa. Yes, yes, Fatima Okanse.
Yeah. So it's just that it's
the same meal.
No, it's not the same meal. I'm sorry. It cannot be.
Yeah. So if you have instances where maybe your document, because when you do change of name, you still put it out there that documents bearing my previous name, yes,
you actually swear an affidavit to do that.
Are still valid. Okay. Yeah. But when you transition forward, so does it mean that at the time that he did all those documents with Kweku or Kwame something, he was not called the Kusi, so these are key questions. And why
those passports they were issued here in this Ghana?
Yeah,
here in Accra, by the passport office.
Yeah, the Ghana passport.
Okay.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So it's not as if that anybody has anything bad against the man. It's just the way you look at duplicates, identities.
Does he have two Ghana cards?
Your questions this morning, dear.
No, he doesn't have.
But
if you don't want anything suspicious to be raised against you, then don't undertake actions or acts that look suspicious. Okay? So that people will make commentary and impugn on your integrity. Because I think that he has lived a life for himself. Over the period, he has inspired many people because he's a man of God in ministry. And so has that right for us to make sure that his integrity is intact. Okay. But where undertakings or findings indicate that, the way your identity is, whether it's previously or currently or concurrently, just don't seem to be normal, you have to. And it's been how many days or how many hours now over a day?
Yeah.
And we're not just getting the right sort of explanation to some of
these. I'm just looking at the statements and I'm asking a lot of questions, unfortunately.
I keep wondering you.
Now, so there is confirmation then that there was some payments that was made by GNS to the Secretariat to either pay contractors or whatever. If you look at the statements
that was supposed to be interest-free, so it's
they're saying that it was not illegal. Okay. But then there are accusations that the Controller and Accountant General some way somehow transferred some 3.5 million into GNS's account. On what basis, if that is true? I mean, they haven't responded to that. I'm expecting that the Controller and Accountant General by now should have also put out a statement, either distancing itself from it or confirming that this was some amount of money that was given to GNS. I mean, there's also the issue of conflicts of interest, because this is a director on the Secretariat. Is it really true that GNS has his wife's name as one of the directors? Is it true that, it really is owned by them? And if that's the case, why is it that someone who's working on the Secretariat for some reason is able to go and get funding from a company that he allegedly owns and that company is the one giving a loan to the secretariat. Is that not conflict of interest? That is clearly stipulated in the law that once you are in a certain position, do not use that position to sort of bring business to yourself. So I don't understand. I mean, all those answers have not been given. And if really GNS did get money from the Comptroller and Accountant General, on what basis? What business have they done? Or if they had that amount of money, what business were they doing to be able to have some 2.6 million in their account to loan to the secretariat? These are questions that they should be answering. I don't see any of them answering that. I don't see that, and I'm worried about it because this is a lot of money. We're talking about 2.6 million or 3.5 million, whichever one. And now I don't even know which is which.
And some people are saying 2.9. Like, you don't even...
It is very murky.
We already have a national cathedral that even before it takes off, it's like you're taking maybe hour or something to Kumasi. Before it takes off, you're experiencing turbulence. Do you understand? Yeah. And so it is not as if anybody is impugning anything illegal. But the thing is, if you're doing something for public good, for moral assuasions or persuasions, you have to put yourself in a certain stead so that people don't read meaning into your actions. So, while, for example, the finance minister may not have been seen to have done wrong, the thing is, if you look at the document of incorporation of Data Bank, he's a shareholder.
Yeah.
So, for public good, and not to be seen, maybe to be speculated to have influence, because you're the one who gives directives by way of the policy for us to go into the market for bonds or for loans, etc.
Yeah.
So it's the same situation we're experiencing here. We have a man who not only has influence, he has extensive influence, not only on the cathedral, but also on his church. And if you talk matters of religion in Ghana, you're going to lose. So I don't talk matters of religion. You're already 1-0. Like, and so if you are on the secretariat, and then on a project which already is under so much controversy, then your actions seem to have been right or should have been right for the public good.
Exactly.
Because otherwise, if I'm put on a project and I have, let's say, somebody who is related to me through a company, even though it's legitimate, undertaking some works for the project, and I come out to say, oh, even though this I had excluded myself or recuse myself from.
In actual fact, you are still benefiting some way somehow.
So we have to do things in this country that make actions look for the public good. And so far, don't
leave room for
the arguments that they keep raising for some of the people defending this, like the big men, you look at their CVs. Charlie go school for Abrochre and those things. So if they are in Abrochre, would they do this? Oh, Abrochre, bet me I near Woyan. When you're there abroad, you live there, your small mortgage house or your
this is Ghana.
But yeah, Charlie, everything it's like it's normal. We keep defending, and then we have people on Facebook. They'll come and insult you.
The temerity to do this. I mean, let's look at our finance minister. There have been concerns about conflict of interest with his company.
It goes unpunished.
Every time you raise this issue, they come and tell you, but why? He was already, performing his duties under the previous government. What stops him from doing that now? So if we cannot even put a whole finance minister in check with regards to conflicts of interest, what makes you think that anybody below can be put in check? Because, I mean, we're learning from the top. And if it's really the case, I will do it too. Yeah. And that's a major problem. What will be done to people who are discovered doing something like this? For me, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Charlie, but you people cry, you've gone too far with the questions that you're asking. Were we not sitting in this country when we were having parliamentary vetting? And it was very obvious that some of them could not even answer simple, basic questions pertaining to the ministries that they were going to be overseeing. Minority raised objections and said, no, we cannot see this vetting through. Next moment, the people who had the most difficult time in Parliament were the people who were approved the fastest. And this is Ghana.
With the highest votes.
Thank you very much. With the highest votes. So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Is there anything we're talking about?
No, but it's very disturbing. I'm sorry, but it looks as if we're continuing
in this country.
It
doesn't.
We'll go around in
with
circles.
The highest votes.
We come back.
So what happened?
About the same issues.
So what happened? And then it's like we get 30 million of us get insulted every second, every minute. And you're sitting there and you're thinking, it is school, I like school. No, because some of the things,
keep asking yourself, maybe you're dumb.
It's pure insult to your intelligence. Yeah. You're sitting and you're thinking, and you're actually double checking yourself. And Berla, Niku, Roland, are we the ones who are not normal or something? It just it doesn't add up.
Why do you say it is not an illegal payment? I need to understand what you mean by that. Because if you're saying it's a loan that was given, does the company belong to the man?
No.
If it belongs to him,
no.
So we couldn't go to any other private entity to go and borrow money. And we decided to go to a company that is allegedly owned by one of the people on the secretariat to loan money.
So we all come for meeting. We all come for meeting.
I don't understand.
Then I say, I
have the money. But the thing is that it's not a matter of you having the money. It's a matter of what I'm doing. If somebody or people within the public space hear about it, how is it going to sound in their mind?
But don't even wait for them to hear about it. Have a conscience. Have a conscience.
And this is God we are talking about. This is the national cathedral. And you know, why are we building the cathedral?
Nehemiah, which one?
No, but why are we building the cathedral?
It's
to honor God. It's to honor God. So this same God that we want to honor, why can we not be honest